Spa-Francorchamps, a sea of humanity ready for the start of race 3 of the FIA World Endurance Championship. Not just teams on the grid, but huge numbers of fans turning out here. In all the years we've come here with the FIA World Endurance Championship, 2 years ago there was no one. Last year, a few hundred fans were allowed in. This is a record crowd, of that there can be little doubt. 3 formation laps as a damp track faced the drivers. Mike Conway starting from pole position on slicks, getting mugged by the blue-nosed Cadillac and the 2 Ferraris who started on wets. Joe Team Porsche and both of the Peugeots also started on wets, and they all cantered away on the damp track right at the start as Conway struggled to find traction on the dry weather tyres of the Toyota. But it wasn't to last long. Within a few minutes, Claudio Schiavone had looped his car into the gravel and the safety car was out. The runners away had been caught. Ben Keating had started on wets as well. Tomonobu Fuji in the Aston Martin on slicks. And before 15 minutes had been run, it was clear that the wet was no longer the tyre to have. Keating was tumbling down the order, having led at the start. And so too were our slick shod runners. And when they were forced to stop to go, so too our wet shod runners, when they were forced to go onto slicks, they too lost more ground. So those who had braved out the initial drizzle, including the Porsche number 6 and the number 7 Toyota of Mike Conway, fought their way back to the front of the field. The Ferraris, the Peugeots and the number 2 Cadillac all probably left it at least a lap too long, knowing the inevitable was coming before they surrendered and headed in for dry weather tyres. Their option now was to fit the hardest tyre they thought they could survive on and go for as long as possible, as those who had somehow weathered the storm on slicks raced away, including Sebastian Buemi. After not being able to set a lap in qualifying, the number 8 car had been started 36th on the grid. It was into the top 10 by the time we had a full course yellow as Vector's car spat a wheel off. And towards the end of the first hour, you can see the Glickenhaus being caught and passed by Buemi in the number 8 Toyota. And as the pit stops started, Toyota incredibly, after an hour of racing, first and third, from basically first and last. 83 leading in GTE Am, 23 leading in LMP2, and the number 7 Toyota of Mike Conway remains at the top of the pile in Spa. Well, Ann Davidson, when you come to Spa, you sort of expect the unexpected, and that's exactly what we got. But look where the number 23 United Autosports car is, 5th overall, and it hasn't rained heavily yet.
They've done an incredible job, haven't they, in that leading LMP2 car. But it just goes to show as well how topsy-turvy it's been in terms of which tyres went on the cars at the start of the race, and how they're all playing this tricky weather condition combined with